Now everybody is jumping on the bandwagon. It's your boy Step Back Magic back at it again, jumping on a bandwagon like I said they would. Golden State Warriors, big draft picks. Let's talk about the changes. We going in. It's your boy Mikey. Let's take a quick peek at the transactions for the squad. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts, man. Let's be serious. Ooh, they waived some guys. We'll go over that in a second. Transaction wise for the Warriors, Langston Galloway picked up wave. Chris Chioza, don't think he makes the team. Andre Iguodala, addition. Nemeja Bejalinka. Bejalinka is the guy shooting the lights out that makes him scary. Otto Porter Jr. Woo, wait. Got to put up 50 points at some points on the Wizards. Joins the team, can play power forward. They re-signed Steph Curry. They add in Moses Moody. Allen Samalajic waived. He's got to go somewhere because of Jonathan Kuminga. Big-time draft pick, a.k.a. Giannis Antetokounmpo makes Kawhi Leonard shout-outs jersey. Much respect. You always know I'm going to shout y'all out, man. Gary Payton Jr. signed last year. Juan Toscano Anderson, JTA, as I call him, signed. Jordan Bell was there. Team is loaded, guys. Team is loaded. Let's get into the full roster now and look at what has happened. That was just the transactions. Let's get busy and take a look at the roster. Boom, bang, bang. My mouse just went out, so we got to, oh, there it goes. So roster-wise, this is what they got. Jordan Bell, Bejalinka, Avery Bradley added, which made it tough for the guards. Not sure they keep Chioza. I love Chioza, though. He was a dog on Florida. I love him. Just don't know where he fits. Got to look at this whole lineup. Steph Curry's there. Draymond Green, Iguodala, Kuminga, injured. Damian Lee, another three-point stretch the floor. Kevin Looney, a big. That's why I think they need help. Moses Moody at the guard small forward position. Mikael Mulder, another lights-out shooter out of Vincennes, Kentucky. Gary Payton Jr. plays the role. The second plays the role as defensive guard. Then you add on the man that was lighting it up in the summertime, Jordan Poole, 22 years young. Yes, sir. He's going to lead the bench effort. Otto Porter Jr., as I mentioned, big pickup, still 28. Klay Thompson at 31 years old. Does he recover from all the injuries? Can he be that three-point gunner again? Juan Toscano, I love his energy. 6'6", I call him a 6'8" guy. He's just a Sean Marion without the shot right now, running around the court, getting rebounds, playing defense. Love his style of play. Quinjeri Witherspoon, not sure about him, not sure if he stays on his team. But now the last two that are not least, Andrew Wiggins, 6'7", 205. We know about his pedigree from high school. Supposed to be the number one guy, guys. Remember that. Number one guy out of high school. Joins this team that's already loaded. I know he hasn't done his thing yet, but with Steph Curry, Klay, Draymond, 3 all-stars essentially, okay? And then you add him in there as a potential, star. James Wiseman as one of the top picks. He was another number one player coming out of high school at a tender age of 20. Scary lineup, guys. Scary, scary, scary. Nothing the Lakers can do to stop this team if they're shooting on all cylinders. Let's get to the cylinders. Let's get to the roster real quick as we get busy. As we look down through everyone that was there, who may go, I'm still not sure. I think they definitely off the rip. The X factor for me is Klay Thompson's health and how can they get another big. For me, Looney's not enough. He's not defensive minded enough. They're going to have Kuminga. They're probably going to utilize him at the power forward position, guys. But I just don't see him as that. He's more of a forward. He can do power forward a little bit. He can do small forward mainly. I think that's what type of player he is, but he's going to be an inside type small forward player if they have it the way they want to, okay? Now let's jump out and take a look at the depth chart because that's a key integration factor that's going to tell us, kind of where these teams land and where the spots are going to be for the squad. At the guard, Steph Curry. Whew. I don't know what they got going on here, but they got Jordan Poole as a second unit. No, it's Steph Curry. Secondary comes in Gary Payton Jr. I'm not sure where the other dude is at, but they need to add him in here. That's where, Chris Chiozza is on the bottom. And there goes your guard position, Gary Payton, Chris Chiozza. He's a true secondary guard. Now, are they going to play it like that? Probably not. You see him having Jordan Poole at the one, bigger guard, doesn't really need to dribble too much with Draymond Green kind of leading the offense when he's running down the court. So that's kind of why they have it in this situation. I can respect it. But not only do they have Gary Payton and Chioza and Poole, they got Michael Mulder, who's going to play a big role from a shoot and pop perspective. He's going to lead the gunner anchor. So just off rip on the point guard side from a depth chart, you're shooting the eyes out. Steffi, Jordan, Michael Mulder, those three, bang, bang, boom. That's enough for danger right there from a three-point perspective. You jump into the shooting guard role. This is definitely wrong from CBS. Andre Iguodala is too old to be a shooting guard right now. But you got Jordan Poole, okay? Secondary option for me. Looks like Avery Bradley's coming up. When Klay Thompson comes back, obviously I think he'll be somewhere in the starting role. But you got Jordan Poole as the backup. Here comes where you get this Michael Mulder at his best. And then we got Moses Moody. Moses Moody's probably going to trinket in to fulfill that secondary guard spot when Klay gets back. And I think Jordan Poole will be the backup to Steph Curry from a point guard perspective, even though he's shooting the lights out. Either way, because Jordan Poole most definitely fits better at this role. Either way, I think that the Golden State Warriors are one of the most deadly teams in the NBA when you look at those positions. Get into the front court, looking at Andre Wiggins, the big boy, the big leaper. His backup now is Otto Porter Jr. Congratulations. He'll also have Jonathan Kuminga as an asset that can potentially play for this year. Okay. He is 6'7", 6'8", a tremendous athlete, needs to get the jump shot on. I'm honest. I'm not totally biased to Jersey. Once he gets his jump shot going, he'll be truly special. Maybe one of the top players in the NBA in the future. I hope he gets to 6'7". I hope he continues to fill out as he should based upon his arm length, based upon just his body. He's such a young guy. I'm excited to see Kuminga, who did his thing in the G League. I had to focus in on him because he's so pivotal to what I see this team could be. Okay, so you add on Draymond Green there, the dark horse, the runner, Otto Porter Jr., and then Andre Iguodala plays backup. But obviously, I like Toscano Anderson a little bit better, a little bit more height, a little bit more youth, a little bit of running ability. I like that in him. Obviously, Jonathan Kuminga, because of his length, is going to be able to play this role in some pieces and some facets. So we got to put him there as well. Pretty loaded there at the power forward, but not enough length. To me, not enough size. Now we jump into the center position. You got your boy Looney. You got your boy Wiseman coming off of injury. And then you got PJ Linka, who can shoot the lights out. If there's one weak position that I can see here from a defensive perspective, it's going to have to be that role at center for this team. Not enough height, not enough leaping ability. I mentioned it before. Damian Jones, one of those guys, big center, maybe somebody who fits perfectly with the system, used to play for him, and can catch the alley-oops all freaking day long. It's crazy. That said, I really like the trajectory of this team. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. When you look at the West Side, how do they fit in? The teams they play in the Pacific Division is probably one of the toughest divisions in the league. Sacramento, you're in trouble. You're not making it. You got Golden State, Los Angeles Clippers, who I think make it, Lakers, who I think make it. That's 3. Phoenix Suns, out of respect, I'm saying you'll make it, but don't be surprised if they don't. They are number 4. Next up on the Northwest Conference, Denver, I got them in there, and I got maybe Utah Jazz sneaking in. That makes 6 teams. And then your final 7 through 8 teams, maybe Dallas, okay? Shit. And then Memphis. And that kind of circulates your 8. But don't be surprised to see Dallas fall out of the playoff hunt, especially with a strong Kings team or a Portland team that comes together and is able to gel. There's another key X factor we're not talking about, and that is the Minnesota Timberwolves. If they get busy in any way, which I don't have down, we're going to have a big problem, right? We're going to have a big problem with Glut. Minnesota potentially could get Ben Simmons in those talks. That's why I put an asterisk there behind where I rank the freaking team over there in Golden State land. Okay. So for me, they make it. I believe they'll be a 4th or 5th seed and continue to rise from there. Don't be surprised if I see him at 2. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him at 6. So 5th is where I think they should be with that presentation. And we go from there. Back out, finish out. For me, the Golden State Warriors are the Western Conference champions. Barring any injury, with this type of depth, with this type of play style, they're scary. Need a big center. Damian Jones is available. I saw an article out on the front page of the NBA. Players that you can go get. 8 free agents. Go ahead and take a peek at that. Take a peek at G League. There has to be somebody that can get. Sign off here, baby. Step back. Yeah, it's all about Golden State. Golden State Warriors. I'm gone. Peace.